Okay guys, we are gonna take our 2-dart bodice that we made, and remember, here's my worksheet from it. Here's my final 2-dart bodice. I'm gonna take it and I'm actually gonna transfer it also to cardboard or cardstock like I did my 1-dart bodice front, because I'm gonna need to use it over and over and trace from it, so it'll just be easier. You definitely don't have to do this, but I am going to make my life easy. So I've got like a cereal box and I am just gonna use that and see if I can fit this in here. I'm going off of my worksheet and not my final, mostly because I don't want the seam allowance attached, but I probably maybe do want to save the shapes from my darts, so I might use them both kind of simultaneously. But what I'll do is just try to trace this as accurately as I can. Again, you can kind of use your phone or a couple of heavy things for the weight. And transfer all these lines. You can be slightly sloppy because we will be definitely cutting this out, so that we can trace from it. So make sure you've transferred your notches and all your shapes correctly. And then I definitely want to make sure I get that dart point. So again, I'll move my tape and put that there. Okay, so remember, this was from my worksheet, but actually this is where I got my, I had dropped the darts for here, and I'd added these new shapes for the bottom. So we don't need to drop the darts in this sloper, kind of like this one. We want everything to radiate as we're making changes from the actual bust point. So we're gonna leave that there, leave our real bust point, but I do want the shapes of the bottom of my dart legs. So I'll just draw that, and again, try not to knock over my camera with this really long ruler. There we go. And draw these, and it's all radiating from the actual bust point. Okay. And let's see if I can get this shape. What can I do? I can kind of see through my paper, but it might actually be easier if I maybe cut this out mostly and then I can layer them. So I'm going to do that. I can't remember what I did for this last time, how I did it. But you can watch me try to remember. Okay. The kids are going to be mad that I cut up their cereal box because it wasn't quite empty yet. And I feel like they do like to look at the pictures on the cereal box, but I needed it. And all the other recycling was wet because it rained last night. So this is what I had to do. Or you can just buy cardstock, you know, that works too. Oh, and here's something else. See, I just cut that out, but I'm gonna lose my notch. So let me go ahead and put that right there. Very important. See, now I've got it on both sides. Don't forget things like that, or you'll have to go back and add them in. Okay, and what I'm gonna do is when I get to here, I'm just gonna go really big right there, knowing that I wanna leave some of that. I mean, that's like totally way bigger and weirder than I need it to be. But something like that to help me get started and get close to to the shape I'm gonna need. Okay, so I've got this really funky shape. Maybe now, if I'm lucky, what I can do, what can I do? Maybe I can still put it on top of there. And I can feel, and in this case, I'm kind of just like bending it up on the seam line so I can see. I could do this, but I kind of can't see through it. So I think this is the best way. Or I guess I could have just made a retrace of my worksheet that had the right shape. So I'm just making sure basically that this is the end of my cardboard, which it is. And what I'll do is I'll see if I can trace this through with my big tracing wheel. There we go. And it did. It left an impression enough that I can see so that I can get my dart shape coming from the fold. There we go. And now I can come back in. There we go. And see how I did that? I mean, you know, fight with it. See what you can do. See what smarter thing you can come up with than my crazy thing. So there again, I know that's the end. I know this is the end. I'm kind of just using my corners as reference points here. If you think of a smarter way to do this, you can definitely do it. Let's see. And trace there. I think that's right. Goes into the fold of my cardboard, but I think I can work with it. There we go. Okay, and now I have everything in there, and I'll make my little armhole notch. So I'll go at an angle and kind of make a little triangle right there so that I can notch in there every time. And what I'll do is I'll make little triangles at my dart legs as well so that I can make the notches for them every time I trace. And then, ooh, the one tool that I didn't prepare myself with was a big fat awl that I can poke through there. If I try really hard, I can probably poke my pencil lead through. Ooh, maybe. I'm so close. Yep, I did it. A pen works well too. So see, I poked that through to the other side, and now I've got a nice hole to mark everything. So I could say 2 dart bodice front, right? And we'll make this kind of like our previous one. And so what we are lacking here is a green line. And so we just want to come parallel off of this center front line. Not too far. There we go. So we have our green line and it's labeled and we're good to go. So now we can use this to trace other dart manipulations and design ideas that come off of a 2 dart bodice to begin with, okay?